And by the way, 19-year-old, close your legs. Your value goes up. So,
welcome back to Real Talk with me, Tamima, and whoa, my oh my, is in the conversation getting hot in here. We have an audience full of young people, so we're just trying to find out from them, why is there so much pressure to have the Insta life? They've been called the microwave generation. They want things quick without working for it. We've gotten some comments from some of them, experiences from some of them, but we are not here to judge, we're here to teach. So again, I'm going to open it up to my audience just to get their perspective as today's youth in Kenya. Let's start from, my dear, you had a question behind there?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Stacy. My question goes to Robert. He actually said that it's not maturity to date many men. Is it maturity to date many ladies? And why should you castigate the girl child on having sponsors, yet very many men out here are Ben-10s?
the fact that I said that it's not maturity to date many men is because I was reacting to a lady. Now, if a gentleman told me they have many women, I would say the same thing. It's a value thing. The more people you're sleeping around with, the less value you have. And by the way, 19-year-old, close your legs. Your value goes up. So, don't be made by money. Money reveals you. So it means if money reveals you, it means you are made by something else other than money, which is what values do you have? You understand? If I met you in secret and I say, jump into my car, and if it's a Range Rover, will you say no? Or will you say yes because you've seen leather seats, DVD, and you've seen a lot of money in the dashboard? Let me tell you something, and hear me, good young people. As long as he's sleeping with you, he's sleeping with 20 others. So don't get annoyed when you find SMSs. By the way, you should never get annoyed because you may have been number 16.
I like that she asked, why are we just castigating the girl child? And you rightly said that, yes, even men, it's not right to date many women. So what's been your experience on that? What have you lived through that if there's a young man watching, they can say, you know what, Robert, because you went through it, I don't have to walk down that path.
When I was studying in the UK, not Kisumu, United Kingdom, I had very many women. But I realized the more women I had, the filthier and the emptier I became. You understand what I'm saying? And the one thing that we had that you don't have, in your day and age, diseases are there like water. You do not have the privilege of sleeping around with more than 2 people. And by the way, you should not even be sleeping with one person until you get married. Now, I slept around. It didn't make me any better. In fact, during those times, my life was a mess.
Absolutely.
Now that I am not, and by the way, it's not that I'm not sleeping around because I don't have offers. I got news for you. I have offers like malaria tablets 3 times a day. But my values will not allow me, because by the way, every time you sleep with somebody, you release some negative things. You understand? When you sleep with a man, you take all the negative he carries. By the way, you take very bad spirits. That's why all of a sudden, some of you love drinking tea. Look at the Luya man you slept with. You become like that person.
Okay. Oh, no. So, is he talking to somebody in the audience,
Yeah.
young men?
Yes.
Yeah. Is he talking to you?
Yeah.
So, I want to ask a question to this audience. Who here has, in the last 1 year, gotten themselves tested for HIV? And confidently knows their status? Yes. Who here, anytime they are sexually active, uses protection?
Wow. Wow.
Okay, again, who here, anytime they are sexually active, uses protection? Who here, anytime they are sexually active, do not use protection? The point we're trying to make to you, like Robert said, we are living in an age of disease. I think if you've been following the news and current affairs, you're seeing that right now, experts are worried about this generation simply because HIV is something they thought they had kicked to the curb, but guess what? AIDS is real and AIDS is back. And why is AIDS back? Simply because young girls, young men are sleeping with people they have no business, in fact, even having conversations with, yeah? And again, a key reason why we are up here, we are older than you, we've seen life, so maybe some more than others, but even for me, if I'm talking to a young girl here, I would want you to know that hard work pays. I'm fortunate enough in that I believe I've done things right. I have worked hard. It's taken me a long time, but believe me, it is worth it. Even with the little I have, it is mine. Are you understanding? So that I feel so sad if I'm part of the pressure, you know, because I look a certain type of way. The pressure to look like me is what is making you do certain things. I would want you to tell you as my small sister, it's not worth it. This is just for the show. This is my job. My real life is very different. So, and I believe I represent a lot of the people that you look up to as icons. People who are either musicians, actresses, TV hosts. If they're watching this show, a part of them is crashing because they are thinking, my job, what I do is making a girl somewhere think it's okay to sleep with a man for shoes. Anita, you have a very interesting perspective because you're different. Maybe let's hear from Anita.
Thank you very much, Tamima, for having me in this show. First of all, and Burale said this, there's nothing like a free lunch. The other thing I'd like to say is that everything takes hard work. It's an accumulation of little efforts that culminates to who she is. You've seen me try to host a show like her, but I can't because I don't have I've not been doing that. Appreciate with the little that you have, and also be patient. And another thing that I'd like to respond to is that my sister at the back, Emmy, talked about the parents lacking money in the university. And I feel you because I have been there. I just finished my campus. But one thing I'd like to say is that in campus, there's a lot of ways that you can raise money to cater for yourself. Even if you don't have lunch, if you went and talked to the cafeteria people and volunteered, yeah, tell them what, you know what, I'm going to do the dishes, but I want meals for today. Being humble and getting content with what you have is really what sustains you. Just one thing at a time. So nothing is instant, guys. Takes work, takes time.
Yes, at the back, please.
She's only 19. You are doing 30 to 28-year-old men. You know, most of the men up at your age, they are close to married. So the only thing you are doing is ruining people's marriage. You know, that's the first thing. Then, you know, if you're telling me I'm immature, I'm young, you know, the first thing I look at you, I say, you know, you have to be with me. I be successful, I be ambitious. Someone what your age, because you look like someone like Michelle Obama. You know, she gave everything to be with Obama they started way back. And then she became one of the most powerful women on the earth. You see? So you have to look at yourself, look at your worth before you do something. You know, you have to believe in me, kwanza bana, someone your age. Then we can go places with you.
Okay. So we also have with us Patricia, who is a counselor at Tabasamu Tennis. So Patricia, you've been in the audience this entire time, listening to the young women pouring their hearts out, and we respect where they're coming from. We may not agree with it, but that's their point of view. So as a counselor, because they've had it from a man's point of view, they've had it from me as well. So as a counselor, what do you think that perhaps, if I asked for instance, my dear,
yes,
are your parents still married?
Yes, they are.
They're still together?
Yeah.
And how would you describe your parents' relationship?
They're happy.
They're happy?
Yeah.
How do you think your mother will feel when she hears your point of view on every discussion we've had today?
Okay, I don't know how. Okay, she will be disappointed, but
that's how you feel?
Exactly, that's how I feel.
Okay.
I'll only say two things. There's a time and a season for everything. A time is coming when you will need the hair, not want, need. You see, like I needed to make my hair because I was coming here to work. So right now you don't need the hair. You need to study to be able to provide for yourself when the need will be there to make your hair. And last but not least, sweetheart, I speak this from a big sister point of view. Everything that is making you disrespect yourself, devalue yourself, put yourself at risk because you could die like the chick who died recently, everything is in the process of decay. What was trending yesterday will not trend tomorrow. The phone that was a hit yesterday will not be a hit tomorrow. So what are you willing to do to get these things that tomorrow will be valueless? It is not worth it.
And then we also have Abel. Abel, you are, again, a mature person within this audience today. So as a man who is over 30 years old, 31. Yeah. When you see your friends, and I'm sure there are a couple, you've come across them, they mingle with the 19, 20, 21-year-olds. What are their intentions? Maybe if they had it from somebody who's at that age group, they would believe us.
Allow me to be quite broad with the answer. First of all is, I've heard this saying before. They say age is not a guarantee of experience / maturity, neither is youth a guarantee of innovation. We are in an information age and we cannot fight it. We have all these social media platforms coming up, and I'm brother to twin. My sisters are twins. I'm also afraid and scared of what I'll have to tell them about social media. I've seen what it has done to my friends, and I wouldn't want it to happen to my sister. So I'm quite protective. My age is 31. Statistics show a man who's at the age of 30 or 31, he's really looking for himself. So whatever I'm going to be doing with any woman at this age, it's very risky. People want to get married at this time. I want to settle. I'm looking for my master's papers, a PhD program, my first kid. So you can imagine if I have to spend extra on the other person. This is being realistic. Of course, we need to check our sources of information, and then we make our decisions, very well-informed decisions. At this age and time, at 19, I wonder what you'll be doing with a 42-year-old. Will you be doing 42-year-old things? Just asking. So think about it.
Okay. So